And hi there everybody, welcome back to Mr Ewing's next PE lesson today. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit different today. We've got a few bits of equipment. So today you're going to need a ball, any size ball you can find, a smaller ball, maybe a tennis ball, but you can also replace with a pair of socks rolled up, five markers or cones. It can be anything that you like that you can use as a marker, and a hurdle which can also be replaced maybe by a cushion, anything you can find that you'll be able to jump over. Okay, so we've got 7 different activities today. Some will be timed, some will be different movements, but we'll go through them as we go. First of all, we need to get warmed up and ready for exercise. Okay, so we're going to be working for 2 minutes to get that heart rate raised. So to start with, just jogging on the spot. Off we go. Really important, if you haven't already got it, if you go and get a water bottle, make sure you've got some water by your side so we stay hydrated the whole way through. Make sure you're pumping your knees up and your arms at the same time. And we're going to move on to high knees. So extend those knees a bit higher and pump those arms at the same time. Down, keep them going. Then we're going to move on to heel flicks. Okay, so moving around. Rather than standing still, if you want to go on the move, up and down. We can. Then we're moving on to our squats. Small little jump as we go. If you want to, you can do it on the move, little frog jumps. Or we can just stay still, up and down. Well done, keep it going. Get on the move, do little frog jumps. Remember, as we land, wait for our heels and soft spring. And to finish with, just on the spot, increase that speed again, pump those arms, get us ready for exercise. Well done, keep going. 3, 2, 1, and time. Rest there. So, our first exercise today is our basketball dribble, okay, which is going to be using both hands as we go. First thing, really important technique thing to know, we don't pat the ball, we always push with our fingertips. So you can use any ball for this, but obviously if you've got a basketball, brilliant. Football will make an okay replacement, or if you've got a bouncy ball at home, anything that is round that you can use to alternate hands. So really important that I'm not patting, we're going fingertips to push across. If I stand up tall, it's going to be much harder because our challenge is how many we can get in 1 minute. So you want to get nice and low. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we stay nice and low, moving it across. Okay, so timer is going to be on. 3, 2, 1, off we go. You can count how many you do in that whole minute. Well done, keep it going, keep it going. You've halfway now, you've got 30 seconds left. So turn it hand over. If you're standing up tall, too much harder. And if we get bent knees and down, really, really important. We've got our hand-eye coordination. My eyes on the ball at all times, and I've got soft fingers to push that ball rather than a pat. If we do start to struggle with that, we can just go to one hand slowly at that time, or we can go really back to a bounce, catch, and time there. Okay, so we're going to carry that on. We're going to do that two more, quite small, and see if you can beat your previous score. Okay, so if your last score, you got 32, for example, you're trying to beat that by getting 33 or more. Ready? 3, 2, 1, off we go. So we've got eye on the ball at all times, and we just push across rather than a pat with those fingers. Very difficult if you've got a floor that isn't that flat and it goes all over the place, but just adapt and do as best as you can. If you are indoors, just make sure you've got plenty of space and you're being extra careful because you don't want to knock mum or dad's ornaments off the side. Keep it going. We've got 30 seconds left. So keep it going. If you want to really push yourself, you can do it whilst on the move, moving around in a small area. $15 more seconds, keep it going. Can you beat that score? 3, 2, 1, and pause there. So, if you beat your score, brilliant, well done. If you didn't beat your score, doesn't matter. Remember, we persevere, we keep on trying. It's your personal challenge, so you're always trying to beat your previous score. Don't worry about anyone else's score or somebody down the street that might be doing it as well. You focus on your score and what you're trying to get out of it, okay? So we're gonna go once more and see if you can beat your last 2 scores. Ready? 3, 2, 1, off we go. Remember that technique, eye on the ball at all times, push with on our fingers, we don't pat on the palm of our hands. Push with those fingers, keeping my eye on the ball at all times. Well done, keep it going. Remember, like I said, if you want to challenge yourself, we can go on the move. Moving around, you might want to chuck a little skill or trick in. You may know. We have got 25 seconds to go. Keep it going. Really push yourself. Can you beat that previous score that you've already set? Your personal challenge, can you beat it? 10 more seconds. Keep it going. And time, rest there, well done. So, we've now got our hands warmed up. We're going to do a quick reaction drill. So number 2 is our body reaction, okay? So, each time, we're going to keep the ball up in the air with a little catch. I will shout out a body part as we're going, so it'll be nose. You've got to touch the ball on that body part and just carry on with your hand-eye coordination skills. So every time we throw up, we catch 2 hands. If you want to really push yourself, you're going to go 1 hand. So like you year 5 and 6s, I expect you to be able to do it with 1 hand if you can, whilst you're waiting, okay? So, are we ready? We're going to work for 1 minute to start. Every time you get it correct. So, quick example, if I'm going up and you hear head, I touch, and then I get my next catch back in, you get 1 point. Okay? Ready, 2, 1, off we go. Head. Toe. Elbow. Wrist. knee, ear, bottoms, you could be cheeky and just sit down on the ball, ear, knee, toe, leg, shins, quadriceps, who knows where they are? Good, on top of our legs, well done. Hamstrings, on the back of our legs, nose, forehead, ears, knee, toes, bottom, and time, rest there, well done. So, for example, if you scored 7 on that one, this time you're going to try and beat your previous score, so it's your personal challenge, again like the previous activity we've just done. Okay, always trying to better yourself, persevere, keep on going and beat your previous score. Are we ready? 2, 1, off we go. Nose, mouth, knee, toe, knee, shin, elbow, fingers. So now it's going to be Pacific, so it'll be left elbow, right elbow, left knee, right knee, left toe, right toe, left knee, right knee, bottom, belly, left fingers, forehead, right ear, left ear, right knee, right shin, left shin, forehead, top of your head, right knee, left toe, and time, rest there. So if you beat your score, give yourself a big well done. If you didn't, doesn't matter, it is a very tricky challenge. Next time when we might do this activity again, you can persevere and try and beat your score on that time. So, moving on, this is where we now need to find either a hurdle, it might be a pillow or cushion if you're inside, just something that we can jump over continuous. If you've only got a cone, that's fine, you can also do it with just a cone, just something, so you've got a guidance to keep you going. Because you don't want it too high. If it's any bigger than our hurdle, it's going to be too much of a challenge, okay? Something you feel will challenge yourself, whether it's a cone, a pillow, could be a pot or pan from the kitchen, something that you've asked first from your parents that you can borrow and use, just so we can get our bounce across. Really, really important. I'll show you here. We jump 2 legs together, we land, and we get our spring, okay? What we don't want to do is step across to start with. If we do find that very tricky and hard, we can go to our step and go as fast as we can from there. But to start with, can we get 2 feet together, spring, if you can get a bit of rhythm, so you get a little bounce in between. Your challenge is how many you can get in 30 seconds. So that is 1, 2. So every time you land on the other side, you get 1 point. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1, off we go. If you can, use your arms as well, get a bit of rhythm. If you want to get a little bounce in between, you can. If you find that rhythm, it's going to be much easier for you. 10 more seconds, keep it going. 3, 2, 1, and time, well done. So, we're going to challenge ourselves, and we're going to do that 4 more times. So we're going to have 5 goes at this. Each time, if you stopped in that round, doesn't matter, it is very challenging on your cardiovascular system, which is our fitness levels we need to look to improve, okay? So, if you do stop,